Ladies and gentlemen, my name is IndustrialFaith. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Factorio for It, your 15-minute Factorio fix. This is Season 3, Episode 8. We're looking at our throughput here, trying to make sure that we've got all the iron that we could possibly ever need. Do we? Well, you know, we're doing science. Science is good. We're doing, there's that little bit of stone up there, so I'm going to be able to make train tracks and concrete and all kinds of stuff right next to the bus, and it's going to be darn convenient. Now, in the same way that I have the landfill being made over there, it kind of bugs me, but at the same time, if you don't have to run product halfway across the map to insert it into one or two machines, that's pretty decent. But then again, I've also got plastic all over the bus, but plastic itself is again endgame rocket. I don't actually know if I'm going to do the rocket, at least not for a while. I think I'm going to try and do some rail stuff. And admittedly, I can do the rocket and keep playing, but I'd rather not launch the rocket. So just me. So what am I doing? I believe, yes, light oil into petroleum gas. So, because we have plenty of light oil, not a lot of petroleum gas. And in one of the later episodes, you get to see me having a dandy time because I accidentally connect heavy oil to the petroleum. And because there's more heavy oil than petroleum, I almost end up contaminating the entire petroleum gas system. It's kind of interesting, actually. I found it very interesting. And this is pretty typical of this stage in the game. Even though you have the advanced oil processing, you're still going to have issues with Still going to have issues with light oil. I mean, there's really nothing to do. You can crack, again, light oil. You make petroleum gas, and you make solid fuel. That's about it, really. Now, this little assembly right there is going to suck all the light gas, or all the light oil out of the system. I mean, just like crazy. Now, in that case, what you can do is you can, heavy oil can be used for, you can crack heavy oil into light oil if you need to. So here I'm just letting everything run out because I'm putting in electric furnaces for the throughput, because look at iron, it's just, bleh. Iron is a mess. So, yay. And I'm going to do red belts because we're going to need it to feed it. Oh, that's retarded. We gonna need it to feed it. You can stop now. Okay. So, and I connect the iron to the right thing for once. Now I'm building the red belts up there, just above the yellow belts, and I'm actually going to end up taking all that apart. Oh, about 7 episodes from now, because I basically there comes a point when you're done with everything, and you need to start building for the next expansion. So that's kind of what I've started doing. Not here, of course. I guess it's silly to be telling you what I'm going to do in future episodes, but it kind of puts things in perspective. I think this is going to help, and it kind of does help after a fashion, but at the same time, it's still not enough. I'm still not pushing enough raw material at all. That's just the way it goes. I have a plan in my head, but I haven't been able to implement it. And here we have more power. Need more power. Always going to need more power, especially since we're not doing solar. Solar really helps a lot. I'm kind of actually amazed at how much solar, how much of the slack solar can pick up. And solar produces a ton of power. So, but I'm not doing solar. There's no need to do any solar. We're going to use glorious coal. Although honestly, I don't know too many people who'd say coal is glorious, but I will. I'll be that guy. So here we are. We are cranking through a lot of. This is a lot of smelting, folks. Folks, you're like you're new to these parts, folks. So, and I'm gonna throw in some more power. Look at all that glorious steam. Not steam. It's not supposed to be pollution. It's just steam coming out of the steam engines. But the boilers themselves, that's smoke. So I don't know if they've I don't know if the Factorio devs have factored steam into the pollution levels. I really haven't the slightest idea. But it does seem to produce pollution, so I don't know. Now I'm gonna run a big old thing of what do you call it? I'm gonna basically use it, grab a ton of stone. I could actually start making landfill. I'm gonna produce so much stone here that I could actually start producing landfill on the bus. And, gosh, I think I should. I think I should start doing that. The things you think about when you're done with a recording session, you just oh. Also known as hindsight. It's pretty accurate. Not always though. And so I've got more copper here. So there we go. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to use a bunch of these. And right now you can see I'm cranking away on mining drills. Those will have to be made. They're very important, believe it or don't. So, what do we got going here? Again, kind of looking over the factory. Grabbing some more landfill. And thrown. I gotta figure something to do with this wood. I don't like the... I've watched people... they'll build a box, fill it with stuff, and then destroy the box. And that destroys the contents. My thought is always, why am I doing this? Now here, I'm doing this the hard way. Let's see if I figured it out yet. Because what you can do is you can cut it out. You can make like there we go. Do it like that. That is so much quicker. So, there you go. Landfill. Hey, I'm filling up the land. Who knew, right? So I'm not sure why I was cutting down those trees. I thought I was going to do something out there, but it turns out, no, I'm not. Again, still using yellow belt on the, what do you call it? Still using yellow belt on the bus. And I'll probably keep using yellow belt. Although at some point, I'm pretty sure I'll transition iron to red belt. So here I'm going to start putting together what you need to build all the train stuff, the tracks and the signals. And here I'm building iron sticks, because you need iron sticks for trains. I guess we're using all iron rails. It's too bad. A lot of train tracks actually use wood and the rock for ballast, and it's all very interesting and complicated. Not terribly complicated, but it is interesting. So we're going to bring the iron down, because we need iron and steel for this whole process. So here's going to be the iron, and I believe this is the only part of the iron I need. But the interesting thing is the steel and the iron sticks, so to speak, are on a 1-to-1. So you don't need a ton of steel. So here we go, bang. And always, moving things out. So I can just combine the sticks, the sticks. There we go, tons of it. And then I can just, this This is these are going to be the, what do you call it? The tracks themselves, the curved and the straight. And I believe I end up making about 200 straight and 50 curved, because you use so much more straight than you do curved. And I might not even be making enough straight rails. Who knows, I may need to do it 200 at a time. And there's one of my early uses of all that fancy stuff. And here I'm just going to go, need more stone. There you go. Start getting this going. And spoiler alert, I don't actually get to start working on the trains until about, 7 episodes from now. And that's only because my throughput truly is terrible. Maybe it should have been an epilepsy warning on that little flashlight job. So I'm going to run the stone right next to the iron ore, because the iron ore is going to be used, but not until I start making concrete. I've got the water and everything, so here we go. Stone's coming. We're soon going to have train tracks, which would be nice. And now I'm looking at what do I need to make signs, and if I recall, it's I think it's like, circuits and iron apparently. Okay. Yeah, how do you like that? I put that track in, or the belt in the middle. It's like, we don't need it right here. No, don't. And I believe I'm just going to steal the steel, or filch the steel off that line over there. And I was like swearing because I'm like, ugh. And I'm just like, I can just do it like this. Yay! Everything's coming up aces. Too bad we're not playing cards. Now, train stations only stack in a stack of 10, which is fantastic. So that's when I realized I didn't put them close to each other, because I'm a bonehead. So, yeah. So, here we go. There you go. It's making everything. We're good to go. And, yeah. Now, I'm sure at some point I'm actually going to try. There we go. Okay, so I'm making 400 curved rail. That's good. There we go. All right. Fantastic. We have the tracks. And there I'm looking at, I'm going to need like 4 cargo wagons. That's it. And it's going to be all iron ore is the thing I'm playing for right now. I know I was thinking about doing the smelting off-site, but my issue isn't enough material. It's I don't have enough. I don't have enough. What do you say? I don't have enough ore for my furnaces, which is a terrible thing, by the way. So what am I? Here we go. Something's a little screwy there. Here we go, rebalancing the iron. So I'm not sure what I'm building here. Oh, okay. Engines. I'm building train engines right now. That's what I'm doing. Gotcha. And train engines are pretty easy to make. It's you need gears, pipes, and steel. That's it. It's good stuff. So, easy peasy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we are wrapping this up. Thanks for joining me for the latest episode of Factorio 4X, your 15-minute Factorio fix. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Have a good night, and bye-bye.